Hey guys, DJ here. I'm signing back on to the Attorney Trilogy. We're about to go into the first trial. I'm expecting there to be multiple trials. Seems to happen every time. There's a trial, there's an investigation, then a trial, then an investigation, and then the final trial. Always happens. Hey, Nick? What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the mask-to-mask glossy I bought. You bought this... where?
From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale.
You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Yeah, he's definitely got his fans. Come on! I'm guilty! Throw the book at me!
Who's screaming like that?
Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! He's at it again. I sent the collie collar to the lordly tailor. I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally when I say of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you... Yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict. Please! Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Tessie, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, it is as safe as me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say that? Bitch gonna cut ya. Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask-to-mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Rondelate. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Look at this sci-fi motherfucker. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared too? What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I'm Godot. Legendary prosecutor. But why is there porno music? I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Guess what? Edgy and Vine Karma, both father and daughter, said the same damn thing. Look at what happened to them. So, get ready to get your ass beat.
He's the one that Detective Abby was talking about.
Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? None. What? What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Well, now that he says it, it makes sense that he's never lost a case because he's never had a case. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Can't lose what you never did. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law. Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. Not gonna lie, in terms of arrogance, I think this guy's worse than at me. This guy is the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Nick, is he a friend of yours?
No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. I feel like I'm dealing with a fucking Chunibyo. Do one of your eyes also harness a spirit so evil that you must keep so evil and so powerful that in order to keep it from coming out, you need to wear the mask? Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I've only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Hey Gumshoe, how you doing? My name is... No one asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know. That's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. I want Edgy back. Hell, I want Karma back. When I want Franny back, you so. All right, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his fifth heist, and as usual, he sent a card onto Lord Louis Taylor I can read. His pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. Fits his MO to a T. So then the actual identity of this Masked Mask is... Mr. Godot, what are you? We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Where did you get that cup of coffee? Blacker than the moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. And I'm starting to wonder if maybe you've got a few screws loose in there. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well. It's only coffee after all. You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial! Procedure is your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as I haven't brought out Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. How? We have a picture of someone in the outfit. Well, all I can do is press everything. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep. Nobody knows more about the thieves than me, pal. It's true. I'm a Zvari, author on thieves. Please, don't tell me Atme is rubbing off on you. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my finger shows how good he is, pal. Not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything. See, even those fingers happen to be butterfingers. Press harder. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zvari, do you? Who is this person? Zvari? He sounds German. His name is Look at Me. Don't want to, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. But anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. Yeah, looks like the thief is toying with me even now. Have you seen all these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except the person in charge of the treasures exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atme stopped Mr. Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lord Lee Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying detail. But we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real. Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about the Mask to Mask's emblem. His fifth heist. And your fifth screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! That ain't fair! Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times! But this last time wasn't my fault! I didn't know about the calling card this time. He's got a fair point. Wasn't his fault. It was Atme's. You, of all people, shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Wow. Looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. Art pieces. Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Ammonon. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir. It's a blue diamond. A single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bongora. You know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades and then the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atme retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it in the museum. And the target of his 5th and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connection. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah. He's a little too sane to be hanging out in the underworld. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seems to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so since the robbery seems to fit all those conditions? That's right! Means that Master Mask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Master Mask who stole the urn. There's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Master Mask. But... Also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Master Mask that did it, maybe for the time being, I should try to show it wasn't Master Mask that did it. How? I don't know if you've forgotten, but... this exists? This photo. Of someone dressed up as Masque de Masque. By all technicalities, it looks like he stole it. Okay, maybe there's something from this when we can discern a difference. Hang on a second. This bit right here. This bit, the smiley bit, it's missing from the photo. Why would he not have all of his monikers? So what do I present? Do I present the photo or do I present the publicity photo? No, that's not it. Hello? Goes after the most precious art pieces. And he steals the sacred urn. A beat-up piece of crap that supposedly holds the soul of Ami Maya. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little and the questions making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? Why didn't he go after the statue? Even the sword, even though it was a replica, I'm pretty sure that would have gone for something. That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly have rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask, or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? This coffee here is my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying again with the porno music! I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Wright. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. No. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's method. A fake. A fake Damask? Fake Damask? Sounds so ridiculous. But I like it. How many cups are you gonna grab? Are you gonna have slid to you like you're a frickin', like you're in a frickin' bar? Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Wright. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor was in fact fake Damask. Yeah, this... Wait. This is where I show it. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you notice something peculiar about it. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this point to show us what's peculiar. This. It's right here, of course. You mean Master Mask? I have a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. A brooch? Here! Bailiff! Get my steed! Steed? A brooch, Your Honor. It's oh my god. It's a sort of clasp holding one's cape on. We went through a trial with someone had 2 in the last game. How do you not remember? The clasp. Oh, I see now. So the Master Mask in the security camera photo. He has no brooch! That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as a symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Master Mask is a fake. I've been fooled again! Order! It's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Oh, there's another one. Hey now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? The brooch you're talking about... Do you mean this? That's Master Mask's brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? It must be Ami Face. Ami Maya. Why did I say Ami Maya? Ami Face statue. Why did you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy's one cruel customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? A friend of yours left 2 pretty little hickeys on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Rondelight's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch! Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. Grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of a cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Wait a minute. Show me where on this that it looks like it's been torn off. Oh, wait. Answer? You can't. Well, there's no cape either. So, prove that. Where's the cape? You mess with Godot. And you get burned. I would have said fucked, but I'm pretty sure... What rating is this game? Pretty sure I would have gotten an R rating for... R? That's movies. M rating for that one. It's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? One second is one drip in the coffee pot. Let's hurry that up. Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear? Sorry! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A copy maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Look At Me, don't want to. Ace Detective and a rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair? They can either be best friends or they tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone with security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? Yeah, there must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what the special monocle of yours witnessed. It is approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Masked Damask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. At least you're being honest about the fact that you got knocked the fuck out. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a good look at the criminal. My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that is only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Oldtimer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Masked Damask, my arch enemy. I thought it was Jean. I thought Jean was the king of thieves. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. So that would be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? The penetrating question! I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you were trying to remain hidden, I take it.
Up to this point, I have been trying to remain concealed while waiting for the thief.
Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday too.
Gumshoe also said that they've never spotted the thief at crime scenes before.
Precisely! It is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. You failed. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is. In any case. Dancingly descended. From where exactly?
Well, from the entrance, I suppose.
Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So... how is it that you didn't notice the thief?
My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears were listening for his footfalls. But even so, that is the criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes, so what cape? He didn't have a motherfucking cape that night! No brooch, no cape. Simple. What is wrong with you people?
I hereby W a stunts. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened.
Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall.
That's not very solid as far as testimony goes.
However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera at the ready. I captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe.
Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? I might as well take a drink every time he takes a drink. Good. Let's continue with the testimony. I keep changing the judge's voice on the fly. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing. That's certainly some very impressive detective work.
Well, sir, lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head?
Well, actually, yes, by a fire extinguisher.
And what happened?
I was knocked out.
And you lost your memory, too. You see? You have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to be...
I take it back. I'd rather deal with Godot than deal with this bastard. Oh my god. He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed.
In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then...
About 30 minutes.
My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium.
As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying he was out cold. So, what happened during these 30 minutes?
No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme.
How could he have not noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence.
Huh? Which piece?
The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie?
Obvious?
He admitted to being knocked the fuck out. This wouldn't contradict anything. Like I said, yeah, I admitted to getting bashed in the head by it. Blow to the back of the head. Yeah. This was in this. And that was over by how? I wish I had a map of the warehouse. Looks like it was torn up some clothing. But he didn't have it. That would assume that you fought, not you didn't immediately get knocked out. This one? There we go. Found it. Mr. Atme. Could you take a look at this with that special moniker of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in point of fact, Master Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. Wonder how that happened. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night, you, Detective Atme. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. And then the guy grabbed the sword and bonk. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. Oh, wait just a moment, Sir Oldtimer. Don't talk to me like I'm My brain and tongue didn't connect there. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man and the amount of work he does is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. You've done zero work. You got no right to talk. Okay, buddy? This is your first case on the job ever. Bitch! Nick, you can only handle one case at a time. Isn't that right? You talk too much. Witness, so are you not saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? There it is. Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. Look at me, don't want to, agree completely. Okay, fight with the thief. Okay. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. One smack! It was one smack! And you were down for the fucking count! Unfortunately, the thief grabbed the weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master Mask. Correct! It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. During his third? This was his fifth! Unless this ain't the first time he's knocked you unconscious. Which is likely.
It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak.
Well, certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. How are you still a judge? So why did you look away from the door anyway?
In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course.
Of course. So you're momentarily vulnerable when you're working on the computer. What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? Curious about the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about?
There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up a heat-detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them.
That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours?
The local retail department store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well.
In other words, you couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh?
Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, sir?
None at all. About the computer. So, did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well?
Correct.
Well, except for the program that manages the data.
That was specially designed by me. Look at me.
Don't want to. In that case, you could have easily manipulated the data.
Exactly.
What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? I've got an itch in my ear, that's what's wrong. What does that mean? Discombobulated? Young people these days. They're really irritating. They all have perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? No, I've forgotten. What was I saying?
Jeez.
It's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. We cleared up nothing and all that. What do you mean by weapon from the side?
Naturally, the thief had no idea that I, look at me, don't want to, was hiding in the area.
Didn't you just say in your original testimony that you didn't hide? You were in plain fucking sight. Now you're saying you were hidden. This bitch is gonna give me an aneurysm.
He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse.
Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch?
Correct! Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp.
No, because it wasn't a real blade. Okay, so he is talking about the Shichishito.
So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about yourself, witness?
You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities.
But of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club.
I am sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive.
However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch-nemesis, Master Mask.
This guy's a real piece of work. Can you tell us a little more about what happened?
My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. power-ricious. I assumed the atomy fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me.
What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? You were blinded. So what was this flash of light that blinded you?
I was bathed in a golden light. That seemed to come from the statue of the woman.
Statue of Ami Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all.
Huh? What do you think, Nick?
Well, there's one more thing that I'm absolutely sure of now.
Yeah? What is it?
This look at me guy? Don't want to. He's definitely hiding something.
But why?
I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. There's one more question.
At me fighting style?
What is this at me fighting style?
I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you.
That's it? That's the at me fighting style. Well, Mr. Wright, what about the testimony? For all I know, it could have been very important. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique, after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. He probably still remembers when the assassin from the end of the last game was saying, "Hey, if you ever need me." Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. The mask knocked at me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Detective Atme, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards.
What fun is this, Sir Lawyer? It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet.
I believe this is what you said yesterday.
No, the coward must have wormed his way through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here.
From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head.
It seems I've made another mistake.
Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security.
See, he could very well be masked and mask. We could be talking to him right now. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad.
Yeah, you are. Sad and pathetic. You are.
That's wrong.
Objection!
Jesus Christ!
I think I'll stick with the voice I've been giving him. I cannot do that deep a voice. I'm pretty sure it would destroy my throat by the end of this trial. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Was that coffee? Are you drinking... It looks like you're drinking oil, not coffee. How black is that coffee? Sheesh. Really? What is it like then? Always chase the riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Mr. Atme is Masque de Masque. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme, don't want to. His true identity is actually Masque de Masque. You just surprised that we said that, or did you just give yourself away? Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scene, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, Masque de Masque. But, Mr. Wright, this photo clearly shows Masque de Masque. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. That is an impressive mask to hide that kind of honker. The security camera belongs to a Wardley Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is it true, witness? He's lost his mind. Damas's demo is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me. Don't want to. Ace detective! You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, Sir Lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yeah, time to put the nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assumed the thief's identity... Sir, that is a perfect waste of coffee. That is a perfectly waste of good coffee. I don't drink hot coffee, but not even... at least drink it before you throw the cup at him. Godot Blend, the number 102. My personal favorite. Mr. Godot! The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I'll admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of the whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork kilt. Kilt? It could be a patchwork kilt, too. Or in Scotland, Mr. Trite. If the detective really is the thief, then show us the proof to your claim. But it better be as hot and as perfect as the... Oh, yeah, Jesus, that... You might want to get that looked at, very, very soon, Phoenix. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see the decisive proof you have. Quickly! Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? I mean, it looks pretty rounded right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. But can I really do it?
The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Look at Me, don't want to, is in fact Master Mask, has yet to be found. We don't have it. Proof? Of course, I've got nothing. Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. Gotta stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is a thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So, you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness is lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, then... Oh, hey, Desi. Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for? I think I found it. You mean that bag? We were going to look in there. No, not the bag. What's in the bag? What? Oh, if you weren't married, I'd kiss you so much. That's... the sacred urn! Nick, it's the urn! Order! Order! You! Madam! That urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants, detective. Look at me. Do you want to? Oh, Desi, you're the best! It has splotches all over it, most likely from the paint. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. At-Me? Even you're going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one.
Objection!
Pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. A man was to be taken at his word. So, you're saying, despite possible concrete evidence, we're supposed to just believe Look at Me is... Actually, in that case, we should be taking Phoenix by his word. You know? Bit of a snowball there, Godot. You're still denying that Mr. Adme was involved. Forecasting aspersions, said Detective Atme. Consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yeah? What about it? How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. Bitch! So you found the urn. What does that prove? Certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. Well, I just brought it here from the detective's office. It's in his bag! Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we've been witness to. You're wrong! I would never do such a thing! Mr. Light, please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. I've been trying to talk some sense into this dumbass the entire trial. I don't think it's happening. Not without There must be some way. I've got to prove that that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Show the prints of fingerprints! Fingerprints! Fingerprints on the urn! I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now! Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be on it. Wouldn't be evidence of anything.
What about it, Mr. Wright? This means his fingerprints would mean nothing anyway.
Nick, what are you going to do now?
Come too far to turn back now. Amy must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn.
Well, I mean, to be honest, we opened the bag at least, and he was probably touching it by the time Atme got in there. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway?
Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday?
Hey, Nick, come on, open it up!
Hey, wait a minute! We can't just open his private property!
Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. It's an important investigation. Well, what's in there?
Hang on a sec. Taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard. And smooth.
Well, hello there.
It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside.
What? You touched it?
And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard.
Well, that was just...
Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office.
Objection!
Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibit, said.
I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable.
If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it, after that was yesterday at Detective Atme's detective agency. This blend. Godot blend number 107. I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. Order! 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 I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and...
Wait a moment, Your Honor.
There's no need for that. No need, you say?
Precisely.
I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on that urn. What do you say?
Yes, I've finally broken him down.
Ah, he's lost it again.
Take a good look, everyone.
Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself.
Here I am, the tragic clown.
This guy's nuttier than a fruitcake.
You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Master Mask.
I hope you enjoyed my little performance. Yeah, he's definitely lost it. Shortest trial ever. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atme's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. Wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. It looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief.
Nick, you were right after all.
Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Oh my god. Delight! Take the win and go home to your wife. You're wrong! Ron, I tell you! I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no. He's not. This can't be happening. The thief, sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me! I'm him! I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you! So do it! Pronounce me guilty, please! Sir, you've been proven not guilty. Go home to your wife. I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but the true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judge. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir! If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Master Mask, then prove it. That's what I mean. Yes, sir! I'll be happy to! He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life. To become a man. I know that! I won't fail. I swear! Okay then. Talk. We're all listening. Oh well. Let's all have a listen to this confession. The truth is, I've been Master Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Master Mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after. Actually, yes, you do. This. And this. And this. But mainly this. And this. I donned my costume that night and dancily descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see it right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got turned off. That's all. I don't like the direction this trial is taken. This is how every trial goes. At least with me, anyway. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. You're married. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify. Alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Mask to Mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Okay, you do. You do have an alibi. You have the biggest alibi ever. And this. Primarily. Found at the building around 1 AM at the scene of the crime.
Objection!
Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Yes, it does! I lost it somewhere! Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lord Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee! Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, it's like a kid on his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The keycard to the KB Security CEO's office. That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Oh, I can prove that just fine. Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all. This stupid kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. It's called blackmail, Your Honor. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's... What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yes. Basically, it says, bring $50,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, alright? At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security CEO office, a full half an hour away from the crime scene. Dude, take it easy, will ya? Chugging hot coffee is not good. Order, order, order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. Looks like a perfect case for the defense. Objection! You may say that's a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company? But, did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of... Didn't say that it was the CEO! I said that he was there dealing with the blackmailer! Where the fuck did you hear me say the CEO's blackmailing Mr. Delight? Tell me where I fucking said that! Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim the defendant entered the CEO's office. But you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There's someone else who can testify. I mean... Do I have to? Who's this useless looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. Really? He's been accused of murder in the first game, and he's been on the stand also in the first game. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. Probably blocked that out of his memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. The question at hand is this key card. Yep, that's the key card they used in the building I work. According to the serial number, this was for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Did you drink just to do a spit take? Well, Mr. Godot, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here. So what does it show? Each key has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 AM on the morning of the crime. But that means... it can't be Mr. Delight that is the mask in this photo. Looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew up a good old cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. Prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be mask to mask. Good job! You did it, Nick! That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment. Before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty. Boom. Although I would like to look into the CEO, or at least the blackmailer. I want to look into that. Nick, you did it! You were right, after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Ah, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick! Oh, pearls. Got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself! Yo! She slapped me! Pearly? This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick! Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. No! You've got it all wrong! I'll never forgive you! Ow! A double slap! Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky boy here. But actually it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us the urn back. That brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. We won the case. But why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now?
What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is...
Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo?
Mr. Godot, what are you doing here?
Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Oh, playtime's over. Early this morning, the body of Cain Bull...
There's the murder. I was wondering where the murder would happen.
Body of Cain Bullard was discovered.
Cain Bullard? Never heard that name before. Isn't that the name of CEO of KB Security? Wait, body?
Estimated time of death was done at 1 a.m. on October 12th. Uh-oh. Instead of being accused of being a thief, he's going to be accused of being a murderer. 1 a.m. on October 12th.
You don't mean...
That's right, amigo. At the same time that cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered.
So then, what are you doing here?
Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten that piece of info that helped you out with today? That I helped you out with today.
Helped me out? What?
On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office. Scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage.
What are you saying? Imbrued with rage?
Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard.
An employee of KB Security?
Looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi.
No way.
Can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred.
No, that's a lie. Can't be true.
But I'm a thief, I tell you. Ron Delight, going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder.
What? This is impossible.
Looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Wright. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward.
Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two?
I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy.
Who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced.
Well then, time to say goodbye, Mr. Delight.
Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client's been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? Looks like we will indeed be investigating the CEO, but not how I thought possibly? You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all. Poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. Well, supposedly Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose! I don't buy it! But the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself. At least, from what I can understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder? I think I'm going to head back to Crane Village for a little while, if that's alright.
Sure, but why?
I'm going to bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with...
No, Mr. Maya, you should stay here. I want you to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness.
Rose is so caught up in her fantasy, she forgot there's a murder to solve.
Now remember, no fighting, okay?
She's gone.
Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation.
Yeah?
Why can't I go to KB?
Oh well, might as well go down the line.
The Treasures of Crane exhibit is all ruined now.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, it's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling.
Maybe I can cheer up somehow. Well, now that we've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it?
Really?
Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Master Mask's Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention.
Whoa! 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 That's brilliant, Nick! We can clean up and be filthy rich! Woohoo!
Wow, that was surprisingly easy.
It's you, Mr. Wright.
Miss Andrews, what's she still hanging around down here for?
So, how's it going? What about the sacred urn?
The urn?
Oh, that! It's being taken care of already. What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes! It was brought in during the trial today.
Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright.
Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Master Mask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. I just heard all about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along.
Looks that way right now.
It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring Damask to guard the treasures.
Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job.
Hey, Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her.
So, when was it that you hired Detective Atme again?
About 20 days ago.
And when was that Master Mask calling card arrived?
That was about 10 days ago.
So he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard.
I guess that's it then.
Detective Atme must have really wanted that sacred urn after all.
I guess so. So Master Mask murdered someone as well?
Well, that's how things look right now.
Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at the time.
Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything's possible.
Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you not notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme?
No, I couldn't have. He's already a very strange individual.
After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never got a glimpse of him.
He claims that's the way he always operates.
That's just what he says, so he can have an alibi while he commits the thefts himself.
Yeah, he was calling the crime scene photo dressed up as Master Mask pretty well.
I'm so glad you got your sacred urn back.
Yeah, but there's still something that bothers me about it.
What is it?
I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different.
Really?
Oh yeah,
it's fixed. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I?
world? There's nothing wrong with you having fixed the urn. Cyclops. What do you think this means, Nick? It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn. He's our very own Miss Andrews. But I don't think I really have anything. Besides the poster for the exhibit. I don't have the urn, so... Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops. What'd you expect, now that they know he was actually mask to mask? This must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe's nowhere to be seen. Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case. Wasn't he in charge of the mask-to-mask investigation all the way up to yesterday? Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He said something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal." Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust, Maya. Nicky boy, Maya! Miss Delight. All he wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick! She doesn't need your help beating herself up! Hey, Nicky boy, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear! My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly! Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? You serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Miss Delight has such a vulnerable side. No, not move. Talk. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit, he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine just snapping and screaming, "Please die!" He would never say that! Anyway, Miss Delight, he might not be a killer. But he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Miss Delight, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a snap. Sneak a snap? Sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief. The very idea. Guess I just don't get it. Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you? So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in the corner, so I fell back. Robbers? Yeah, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly! I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those two knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please stop it, he screamed. I could see the robber's face just turn pale. A high-pitched shriek does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the two robbers. All by himself. Came to save me. Total stranger. All by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow. That's a great story.
Yeah, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. It's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. Did you forget what happened at the end of the last game? With Maya? A possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean Ace Detectives? No, I'm fine with Ace Detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. No, they're alright too. I hate thieves that pretend to be Ace Detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmy's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try and find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yeah, obviously the real Master Mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah? And Detective Atmy knew more about Master Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then, you went there to ask him some questions. That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said the Ace Detective isn't in right now, but I forced my way past her and into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. The bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin the crime on someone else. Mr. Light, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there, huh? And yet, according to what we heard today... Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore. Looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away. By motorcycle, that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. To make it to KB Security that fast, you aren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now? No, I'll pass, thanks. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? What a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Mr. Light told us the location of KB Security. Okay, let's over there right away, Nick. Alright, thank you, ma'am. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? Walls in here look thick. Just like you'd expect in a CEO's office. What's that got to do with anything? Hey, two guys! Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. The prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys get what you deserve, pal. Ha 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 ha. Or something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? If the gumshoe fits. Well, anyway. The point is, I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. I can sympathize if things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like Ron is the only way for things to go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating? Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. You never are, and yet every time. Hey, come on. What about how we put our hearts into our work? These are really working against us right now, and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. The victim's name's Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security and pretty big fellow in his own right.
His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was a blunt force trauma to the head. Probably an object in this room. It happened exactly the same time that Master Mask was stealing the urine, huh? Blunt force trauma causing cerebral hemorrhaging. So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullet's body was stashed away inside that safe. Safe? Well, it is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him when they opened the safe this morning. Out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. That white stream must be the shape from when he fell out. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billiard. Maybe you can start by getting the man's name right. Let's examine the plate. This was the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I would have thought. Hey, that looks like a super soft chair! Let me try it out just for a second. Ah, nice! It feels just like a CEO. Hey, you! Whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it! This is still like... the victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know. And that's what you get. This looks like some kind of bookshelf rolling cabinet hybrid. I can't get in between these two shelves. Don't strain yourself trying. Looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel. So I guess it's one shelf at a time. Looks like they're all filled with bunches of files. Yeah. Files filled with data about security jobs they were hired to handle. Yeah, good night's reading. If you got insomnia. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something. Oh, there's a button here. Let's see. Hey, cut it out! Don't press that! That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gunshue could jump like that. What was that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says right there on the panel. Oops, you're right. It's right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime. Oh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, was wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we'd better go talk to the guard about this emergency buzzer. Wow, look at that huge framed photo! Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky. There's a title written at the bottom of the photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. Is this it? This was his best sunrise? Either this guy didn't get out enough or he had really rotten luck with the leather. Maybe if he had lived a little longer, he would have seen some better days. Alright, and of course... Ew, think about it. The dead guy was laying in here all night. Yeah. Oh, by the way, don't bother asking about fingerprints. There were none. Well, somebody opened this safe the night of the crime, right? Yeah, and so? Well, if Mr. Bullard's body was hidden in here, it must mean that it was opened by either the killer or the victim, right? Yeah, I guess so. I got some bad news for you, pal. You ready? Okay, shoot. Opening this baby is no piece of cake. There are only a few people who know how to open this safe, pal. Yeah, and? Everyone that knows how to open this safe has an airtight alibis. I checked. Everyone except one, that is. I'm almost afraid to ask. Former security chief, Ron DeLight. What? Ron DeLight? He was a security chief? Ron... So he knew how to open the safe, huh? Yeah, sorry for rain on your parade there, pal. Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading the file isn't exactly backbreaking work, just a little hard on the eyes.
Well, what did you find out, Nick?
This file, it's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about mask to mask. It's filled with info on him.
What kind of info?
It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods in the crime scenes.
Hey, Nick, look at the last page.
It's a list. Let's see. Tier of Emanon, $100,000. Looks like a list of all the treasure that Master Mask stole.
So then 100,000 is the value of the stolen item.
I don't know. That number sounds kind of low to me. I think I'd better secretly make a copy of this list.
This rope. You think it fell out of the safe when it was opened?
I don't think so.
So you mean...
Yep. I think this screen shows where and how the corpse was lying.
You mean... the victim. He was killed by being crushed by the safe door.
She can't be serious, can she? Alright. Let's head to the security room. Why do I suddenly have a bad feeling? Wow. This is really something else.
For a security guard office, it sure does feel very secure.
Sure doesn't. KB security guard. Uh-oh. I just remembered. There he might be. Hey, Nick! What's up?
So he is here.
Yo, how's it hanging, dude? You got my sweet little Maya with you, too.
Hi, Larry!
Here I was working my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel. I've got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're here investigating the Bullard murder case. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you?
He's so hopelessly clueless.
Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you.
Really? What is it?
I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya. But Nick here's a different story.
But, Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies.
That was then and this is now. So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I could just give away information for free.
He wants a bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest. Can you talk to him, Maya?
Yeah, can you talk to him, Maya?
Larry, tell us already! What's the good info?
Hey, I like that. This kitten has got some claws. Okay, you really want to know?
Yes, so tell me.
Okay, so the thing is, Ron Delight was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me?
Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on.
Oh boy. We really don't need to be gassing him up, but... Well, 1 year ago, Ron Delight was fired. And there was no warning at all. Just happened all of a sudden. I know it was a small company, but I think that was pretty awful.
I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that.
Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something. No, that's only something you would do. No, that's just you. Oh. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me. I can't operate the equipment. And I'm dumb. At least you're being honest. Even if it is part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break! Don't try to pin the whole thing on me! That's not fair, Nick! Huh?
I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility.
Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? No, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all. What can we say? That was then, this is now, okay? It's like I'm going to have to break his psych locks after all. So, what's it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me. I can buy alright, I guess. First, I have to keep my eyes on all those monitors. All the time. Monitors? They're security cameras. Sit in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. Let's look around for a bit. That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep a steady eye on the monitors and use that mic for communicating. Look at all this equipment. Must be hard to operate. No biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room. Somewhere? Instruction manual? What are you going to do in an emergency? I guess I'd start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for her reading glasses. The old lady, please, please, please no, please no, please, please no, please no, please no, please no, please no, please no. That's what a security guard professional's goal teamwork. In my end, pros could run this place better. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I don't want to deal with her again. Don't even mention an old lady along with the security. The screens show what's going on all over the building. Everywhere. And it's my job to keep a steady eye on them. All of them. I wouldn't sound so smug if I were you. Can you watch regular TV on these too? If anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working, it's Larry. Hey, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it. And how do you know that, Larry? Because that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. I know what you're thinking. It was a professional investigation, alright? Professional my ass. Wow, take a look at all these things here. Hey, Larry! What are they? Did you say, Hey, man. It's not like I have to know what they are. I'm just doing my job. I always thought they were just some kind of decoration or something. Oh, boy. How did this guy ever get a job here anyway? Low standards, I'm guessing? Hey, Larry, that's your jacket, isn't it? That's right! Did you know you hunted right on top of some kind of lever? Yeah, sure. I was told to never ever touch that lever. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do. Got a greenhorn? So why hang your jacket on such an important lever? Because it got me curious. If the jacket's weight pulled the lever down, that's what they call an accident. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen? Huh? That's true. It's killing me too. What about you, Nick? Yeah, but for a different reason. Someone's written on this poster in fine print. A guard's 5 commandments. Wow, this sounds serious. Let's see what it says. Number 1, obey thy superior. Number 2, respect thy superior. Number 3, smile at thy superior. Number 4, salute thy superior. Number 5, buy donuts for thy superior upon command. It's signed Wendy Old Baghead Supervisor. No. She's one tough old bird, let me tell ya. Cross her and you'll come face to face with a real genuine ray gun. Yeah. Sounds scary, alright? Well, fortunately she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now. Okay, I slightly feel sorry for Larry. For having to deal with her. On what sounds like not a regular basis, but even on a part-time basis. That's what partners see. Your partner. Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Kind of a weird old lady.
There's tea spilled all over that machine, you know.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just the other day, I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. It still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them, I guess. I just got an achievement that said whiff of old bag. It's not something I want a whiff of. Well, there's only one place I haven't gone to yet.
I already told you, it's not me! A sad, pitiful whine that tapers into silence.
Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now.
Man, we don't have enough time as it is.
Yeah, well, I guess the police are going crazy just like we are. Yesterday they thought he was just a thief, but now they got a murder case on their hands.
I guess you're right. That guard over there looks a bit on edge, too.
Come on, we'll just have to come back later.
Okay, let's go check out some other place. I've got to be able to break some.
I looked all over the security. I looked... Right. Wanted to ask the security guard about this. Wouldn't surprise me if he just ignored it. Genuinely, would not surprise me if he just ignored the damn thing. Hey, Larry, there's something I want you to look at. Hey, Nick, I told you, I'm a pro, and don't interrupt a pro when he's working. I don't have time to sit and chat with you, alright?
Oh, is that right?
Oh, naturally, I've got time for you, though, Maya. We're gonna have to squeeze this guy if we want to get more info out of him, Night of the crime. Okay, I'm going to attempt it.
Take that!
Don't give me that look. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was! Why wouldn't I have been? 'Cause it's you, Larry. But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Miss Delight? But that was then. Is this? Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night too? Never! I didn't sneak out! I'll tell you what, I bet you even $1. $1. Wow. Now that's confidence. What was that drenched in a rain puppy look on your face? Do you have evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is... Is what? There's no fingerprints on it.
Take that!
don't know why I would have something about that. But I'm going to end the episode here. Next episode, we'll try and break both Andrew's. Honestly, I don't think there's really a reason for Andrew's to be broken, but whatever. I want to break this idiot first. So, till then, I'm signing off. Bye-bye.